line. Hey, the radio, big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, big crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 In love with the ride. Burning rubber smells real nice. Fuel it up once or twice. Come on, fast is the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet.
Well, hello again, everyone, and welcome back here to PTA Race TV live here from Richmond Raceway as we are about to present you the showcase of the FEG Custom PC.com Monday Night Racing League Truck Series here on PTA Race TV. Hello again, everyone. I am the Crusader Christian Troy. Joining you guys here today here. Right now, getting set on the track, ready for the roundup. This is your starting lineup today as we get one more lap around the track. On the pole, the number 6, Ryan Jamel, with the pile of the spot on top spot of the row. Outside in the 38 is Chad Ross. Row number 2 is Eric Parks, setting 3 the outside, and that big 8-1 is Sean Hagan. Row number 3 is going to be Nicholas Warner, the 307 the outside, and the number 60 is Jeff D. Merck. Row number 4 is Jeff Rackey, the 80 outside, the big 4-6, it will be Dalton McKinney. Row number 5 and the 99, Wally Babb, the outside, and the number 10, it is James Kaufman. Row number 6 is the 27, Dave Barnes, the outside of that 47, it is Brandon Bledsoe. Our final starters today in row number 7 will be the one of Stephen Page with the 21 of Jeremy Osborne rounding out the field. Race fans, time has come here for our drivers to let loose and let them on down. Time to fire off today. Connie Osborne says, good evening. Have a good night's racing. Oh, we're ready for it too. If you're ready for it, about to turn number 4 to the set to the stage. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Hard in the gas, Ryan Jamel and the V number 6 will take the early advance here. Rest of the field trying to maneuver their way through down off the first corner banks here through turn number 2. Good side-by-side drilling there for the 73 there. Parks, he goes head-to-head here with Jeff D. Merck, the 60. The 81 of John Hagan kind of slipping back a little bit as Chad Ross makes a jump to the front. We have ourselves a new leader. Every keen instinct, every keen little maneuvering here is what short track racing will be all about. But the thing is, you overdrive it too soon, you run the risk of burning up too quickly and too much out of the spotlight here. Drivers need to be very careful of that, and they need to be very aware they can only push these trucks so far before things get a little too crazy for them. Tire wear also going to be a very big crucial deal here. Drivers going to be really burning those right fronts up and using a lot of momentum to carry through into the turn. Some will be braking harder than others. Some will be driving the truck in more pressurized than others will. Not more than 99 at Wally Babb here. He's got the team 3, number 1 is Stephen Page right in front of him here in the old Silverado. The field maneuvering their way down, coming down across the side here into the corners. We weren't with you guys on Saturday night for Easter Sunday had kind of taken up Go Racing League's time, and we were not with you for Little Racing League as they were on Easter vacation. But next week we will be returning to live normal action here. On the Tuesday night editions, we will have, of course, Goat Racing League and maybe the brand new Pit Stall Monday Night Series here on the YouTube end. We should see how that plays out. Could be on the Wednesday night edition, we'll see, but for sure Six Sigma Sim Racing is back as well. Dover Motor Speedway this week. And then, of course, Thursday night, the Pit Stall Racing Series and their main showcase there for Thursdays. They will be back on the show here as they will now be returning from vacation as they head down to Kansas Speedway. Friday night we'll be off because we'll be on vacation as well. We got to take a day off once in a while, and then on Saturday night we return with Go Racing League as they will bring us down to Dover, where our original planned booking was to go. And that will be where we will see you guys there on the showcase there. Of course, though, we can't forget about our good friends here in the Monday Night Racing League of FEG-PC.com. Wonderful group of drivers right here. Again, good to see another set of guys coming back out here trying to battle it out with amongst themselves, and as well trying to prove out that they are the better driver and can win some prizes with it. I always feel like there's a little bit more pressure kind of racing for those kind of prizes. There's little divisive little decisions you make here when you become a driver and try to put yourself behind that wheel. There's so many things you're trying to not only put out in the back of your mind, the back of your head, you're also trying to focus on just maintaining control of yourself and your emotions. Watching every lap go down and continue to work through the field. Jeff D. Merck doing that as he's 4 spots up, puts Ryan Jamel there and the number 6 behind him. Now Jamel, though, I'm going to tell you right now, the way he runs, the way he drives, I think honestly he's got a very keen instinct here. He's got a very long-term mindset. Yes, he was your race leader to start, and he was holding on to the lead for a little bit, but notice how quick he lost that lead out. He didn't try to fight too much with the other drivers. Notice he didn't try to push anybody a little bit to their limits. Again, it's very early, so he is a master of the long form run. This is what I like about racing, is when those tires wear and tear out a little bit, and the track continues to do its job, that forces other drivers to make extremely crucial decisions and make for good quality racing. Doesn't have to be a complete wreck fest or a chaotic mess there. Some people may think it could be a perfectly decisive little race between just heavy hitters and everyone coming out to try to prove their worth and try to prove their luck. That, to me, is the true monarchy of what racing is all about. You can see, too, these passes do come quite a bit here and there. Dalton McKinney already forcing up a little bit there as he gets a 307 and Nicholas Warner right behind him. And Warner probably trying to keep his PGR. Pacey Gray Racing 0307 Silverado in the good position to kind of stick with McKinney, but unfortunately for him, he couldn't quite keep the speed up just enough. As you can see, the passing opportunities was just too great for Dalton McKinney to not take. As he still rocks the old pedal to metal Racing League stickers as well as the stickers of his McDinger's truck. Very beautiful looking designs. Also pretty cool looking ride here for Jeff Rack. He looks like he has decided to swap out the Eagle design and he's gone for something a little bit more, I'm going to guess that's kind of more of a spray paint design. I don't know, I kind of like it. I like the blue and the green though. That mixes quite well. Oh, he's got a little alien on the side there. Ain't that cute? I think he's just having a little fun with these guys. Maybe he's trying to be like Rick Hendrick out there and try to keep his alien tech away from NASCAR, and so he's just kind of making it literally out there in the open, thinking that'll confuse everybody. But I think really that's just a little thought process I'm just going way ahead of myself on. Nevertheless, though, here's some good runs there from the early get-go. Chad Ross keeping a good little lead off from Jeff D. Merck. But now looks like old short track racing coming into effect here. A little bump and tag and driving right through turn number 1. And the Dirty Mo Media 38 of Chad Ross with company to his inside door panel. Here comes the 60 of Jeff D. Merck. The Coast Guard number 60 of Merck is now going to reclaim the lead. He is now your new leader. And he did that by simply just driving Chad Ross a little bit harder and figuring out where was the right time to strike. Ross deciding not to take a bumper for his trouble yet, backed out, gave Merck enough time to run and enough time to go. Wasn't an intimidator match, it was more of a get up there, hard race it, and then figure out from there what goes down next. I think someone once said that we were given fenders on these trucks and cars for a reason. We should be able to use them. Well, I don't disagree with that statement at all, but that doesn't mean I can't say that it is a little frustrating to get it sometimes, especially knowing how hard it is to try to race back from it. But that's what makes a driver, knowing how to study the basics and study then how to become advanced into legendary status, many of which only so many can even get close to. You're on board here with the number 1 Stephen Page right now. He's currently fighting that 99 a wide bab up just a little bit. Threat level Midnight Motorsports camp. Trying to keep the number 1 Team 3 of Stephen Page away from driving to the top. But you can see as well the power and the runs. Very crucial here to these drivers. Team 3 consisting of Chad Ross, Eric Parks, Jim Kaufman, John Hagan, and of course Stephen Page out there. Red Level Midnight Motorsports, including Dalton McKinney, Jeff Radke, and Wally Babb. That assortment of drivers here, Jeff Merck and Ryan Jamel, currently just kind of talking amongst themselves in terms of just team efforts here. I think it's about time we go on board here with Merck. I want to give you guys a little insight on what's making Merck so fast here. You saw how he entered into turn number 1 very smooth, got a cape top and then run it to the middle. But the apex of his turning was where he managed to hit it right. And that control power there coming through 3 and 4 manages to just kind of nicely execute the truck around into the turn. He doesn't try to over jump it, doesn't try to overrun it. He just keeps it smooth as silk, lets the steering kind of do its own little work. The truck, only time really has to steer it in is right about here. You hear him braking. The truck get a little bit harder. That's because again that's a lot tighter corner than it is in turn 1 and 2. 1 and 2 you can drive a little wider. 3 and 4 you got to get on the brake. You're going from a progressive turn to a flat bank backstretch into a nice set turn as well. Kind of like almost kind of like a paperclip style S turn, which is a little bit more width and a little bit more banding. But again, it's still very difficult to master and narrow down if you're not too careful out there. Also, race fans, just a quick little heads up here that we do have a little bit of news going on for you guys today. Of course, we do have a very special race coming up on April 21st through the 22nd. This is Worldwide Esports Daytona 120, sponsored by FEG-PC.com. This is a $19 entry, and they are running out of spots and slots to get in there. You're literally going for $600 on the way down to $200 in that top 10. What are you guys waiting for? I'd get signed up before it's too little too late. First come, first serve. Be sure to join today. The Discord link will be down in the comment section, and at the end of the race should be down in the description below. I am getting word from our producers right now. They are posting the Discord link now into the YouTube section. You should be able to catch that there, guys. Yep, it is on my end there, so now you can see it there. Very good on them. Wild little start there, 25 laps in. Drivers running hard and running good, but now the field starting to dip down just a little bit. Looks like the pace starting to thicken. Here comes the McDingers, number 46, though, as he's going to take it right to the inside here of his teammate, Jeff Radke. And Radke using the outside to his advantage, powering off on McKinney. McKinney not quite able to get a good run off on him there in turn number 3 and 4 to make a pass. A good move there by Radke to use that bottom lip, and use the speed and the power of the outside line to force McKinney to either have to drive harder or have to do a little something crazier just to get around him. The Army Kaufman Farms number 10, James Kaufman right now currently laying a little bit further back than I think most would expect here. Brandon Bledsoe, David Barnes, Jeremy Osborne, much of the same. Although for Osborne right now, he is a lap down here, so I think right now he's fighting some gremlins down there in that 41 Let's Ride machine. The Osborne Racing Camp here has had some good runs previously here on the show, but right now seems to be struggling a little bit to keep the power up. Radke coming up on the inside. You saw the damage on the right side of that truck too. He's got a badly worked up little fender there. Now the good news is it's on the right side, so it shouldn't affect him too much in terms of airflow. The airflow would be more centered around the left side as the air travels coming off the corner. You'll need a little bit of air. You need a little bit of aerodynamics to control this 550 horsepower package on this truck and gain a little bit of ground. However, the fact that the damage was on the right side, you can see the right side tire will actually have a little bit of more tear and wear because the fact that the fender is also digging into that tire, it then forces the truck to tighten up a bit. If that's a bad sign long term wise, he needs to get that dialed in and fixed up as soon as possible and hope for the best. 101 laps remaining here on the show. Chad Ross now being caught up there by John Hagan. Here comes the number 81 down off the front straightaway. Here is the National Guard Soldier of Steel 81 looking to put the Silverados up to the fight. Jeff Merck also running his way through lap traffic, so that'll certainly be a little bit interesting to see how he handles it there. Unfortunately, David Barnes, the only Ford driver just currently, can't seem to get it figured out either. Well, one thing we're going to get figured out here is who's going to take the sod hep coming through turn number 1 and 2. Barnes lap traffic right now. Hagan, though, getting a little bit of an open from Ross, and there's the drive off. He got the pass. A nice solid pass there from the 81 of John Hagan. Was able to keep the speed up, keep the momentum at bay. Ran that truck down where he needed to and made sure the momentum was at peak performance. Great driving there and good maneuvering around the corners. Connie Osborne brewing on her boy down there, and Jeremy Osborne. Great to have you back on the show as well. Everyone tuned in. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe here on YouTube for more great content, more great shows we make here. If you want some more content as well, head over to our Facebook and like and follow us up there where we share photos, posts, and all that. And also, we do the same thing on Twitter and Instagram. Just give a little rundown of what is to expect on the little pre-race and promo videos we do. And if you're wanting to get a promo video done up as well, or want to get yourself a little commercial done for your league or your events or anything like that, feel free to call us up here at on Pete Tim Races TV on Facebook. We'll get you guys covered. Speaking of getting covered right now, Ryan Jamel here, the number 6, continue to cover all his ground and distance. He's looking to try to build a little bit of power there on Chad Ross. Remember what I said earlier on about Jamel? He was backing off early, so that tells me, number one, he's already trying to save his equipment up, and he's trying to let everyone else outdo and outrun themselves here. And I think that was the biggest dilemma right there he faced for himself, was giving these drivers a lot of time and a lot more room to have to work around and have to fight with. But in turn, it also, I think, honestly kind of put him too much into a bit of a bad spot. Jamel desperately trying to get a move there on Ross. Ross looking to try to defend him. Coming right around. Oh, look out down the back stretch. Chad Ross going for a ride. Hold on. That's problems. That's trouble. And we got a caution. Turn one blind eye for a minute. Come back. I see Ross go on the wall. Trying to cover that right as it happened there. I don't know. And that was Ryan Jamel there that might have caught him off that corner there, or what happened. But we're going to go to the PT Race TV Instant Replay. Take a close look at this. Presented by FEG-PC.com. Here is the PT Race TV Instant Replay. Well, I can tell you, Jamel got him when he in the wall, but did he tag him going into the wall? That's what I need to see here. It looked like Ross may have got a little too aggressive there and ended up overshooting his corner. Another look at it. Watch carefully on the 6th front bumper. No, right there. That's all Ross there. That was all Ross getting the wall. Jamel had nowhere to go. I'm not sure if Ross maybe just overcorrected himself trying to set the turn up, or he was trying to block. Either way, massive hit for the 38. And that was your Pizza Race TV Instant Replay, presented in part by FEG-PC.com, as the motor just kind of went there on old Ross. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of my favorite times now, it is time to hit it up down to the track and listen to our drivers. We're going to hit it here first with John Hagan, the number 81 here. John, do you have a copy down there, sir?
I do. How are you, my man?
Well, I'm doing pretty good on your end here too, sir. And so far, it looks like you're doing quite a job here, hanging with these drivers and put them up to good use here. How's the truck feeling, and how has Richmond been handling so far for you in this case?
Car's a little tight on entry, and I'm having a little trouble getting off. I'm probably not driving it right, but I'm all right. Saving some tires, feeling good. So I'm glad to be here.
Is a little bit of that just due to the right side tires just not quite gripping the way, or maybe the rear end not kicking out enough for you?
Definitely the right front, not wanting to do right front things, corner entry, and then it feels like I have a little bit too much fuel on the car when I cut off the corner, but it's how it drives, and I'm going to drive it fast.
Absolutely. Hagan, thank you for your chime down there.
Yep.
John Hagan, ladies and gentlemen, on the line there. We're going to take it down now here with the McDingers driver here in Dalton McKinney. Dalton, do you have the copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, well, my friend, you have made some runs and you've made some positions and some traction up. What's been going on down there for this team?
Yeah, right now we're just trying to save tires. Just got a new set on, thankfully. I felt like I was doing pretty good on the long run. Hopefully I can take a little bit better care of these and get a few more here on another, I see it going another long green flag run. So save some more tire and try to work through it one at a time.
Is the fuel-wise pretty much kind of staying about where you wanted to as well?
Yeah, we can make it on about one more pit stop, filling it up. I'd say I'd try to get to at least 50 to go. That'd be comfortable. And then hopefully we can save a set of tires inside that last run in case we get a late race caution or something.
For sure there. Thank you for your time, Dalton.
Yep, thank you.
Dalton McKinney, ladies and gentlemen. Time to listen in to a former driver winner here on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Parks here in the 73. Eric, right now, currently, as you get ready to get back to the green here, my friend, you've had a lot of good, promising showcase here on the season, but now, Richmond being a little bit of a short track, how has it been handling for you and this team? I think he might be kind of muting us for a while here. I think he's ready to get back to the racing, so we'll just leave him be and get back to the action here, guys. All right, now the last lap here of the base car. We're going to bring him back down the track. Ladies and gentlemen, we still got quite a few laps to go here in this race. Off turn number 3 and 4 to the green flag race start zone. It will be John Hagan set in the field. John sets it up. Jeff comes behind, trying to figure out where the momentum will lie here entering the corners here. Nicholas Warner trying to outrun old Don McKinney down there a little bit. Oh, maybe not, maybe not. There's trouble, and Nicholas Warner's in the inside grass. A good save there, but he'll unfortunately lose all that ground and time there. And Warner, unfortunately, this is not the military branch you're supposed to be in, my friend. You're not supposed to camo yourself when you're on the track. You're supposed to be You're supposed to be going head first into the charge. I don't think that means going head first into the grass here. Nevertheless, though, he gets the truck out of there and he's back on all 4 tires. Parks right now, again, former winner here on the show, looking to try to get himself a little bit of momentum, a little bit of ground coverage as he goes up ahead against Hagan, Merck, Jamel, and Ratke, who's in front of him. Ratke right now, the biggest thing I'm kind of noticing is he's keeping a very timely pace around the field and around the track, but again, you can see the distance and the gap ever so much trying to change through the field. Nice little paint scheme going on with that number 47 of Brandon Bledsoe. He's got 2 different looks for what the old Goodwrench service machine used to be looking like. Of course, I think we all know who made that name famous on that side of those schemes, but honestly, it's kind of pretty cool little tribute to see kind of like a half paint scheme on that, half white, half black, with the same color design and all that matching up almost perfectly. I like the look of it. Unfortunately, though, style points doesn't exactly get you the top spots here in the victory lane circle. What does, though, is some good speed, some power. He's right now trying to figure that out and trying to narrow it down a little bit. Jeffy Merck took the late lead there from Hagan for a minute, but now it's Hagan back down to the bottom line here. Merck, the Coast Guard versus the National Guard. Which branch is taking this one home? Right now, Merck thinks the Coast Guard has got the sea, showing the way of the sea. The waves right now currently flowing towards Merck, pushing Hagan back a little bit. But Hagan, almost like a masterful tsunami, looking to put all his troops into the ocean and right at the Coast Guard 60 of Merck. The pressure's on, though. There's a lot of laps left still that need to be completed. Remember what McKinney said, so a lot of drivers probably looking closely at that lap counter too. 50 laps to go before they go back into pit road, so that means you got a lot of time in between on your tires, on your fuel, and preserving and keeping keen instinct here. I think that's a very tough order and tall deal to work around. It's not impossible per se, but what it is, though, is very troubling and very difficult to master, which forces a lot of drivers to really master down everything they got. You're on board with Wally Babb here, as I completely forgot about his nickname that we gave him last week, and no, I'm not going to go looking back up to look at that. He had it on his end here, and I'm not really sure what exactly he decided to name himself, but he said it was just a little joke from his console days. Long runs now look like they're going to be the factor here. Hagan again went hard head to head there with Jeff T. Burke, but now he's going to go head to head with Ryan Jamel as well as Jeff Radke. Both guys right now currently maneuvering their way through. As you see the leader's gap there between the field and between the sets, nobody is safe in this one. Only time will tell, though, whether or not it will be consistent enough to hang on. Best lap times on your screen here right now, a 22.27. Set by two drivers, Stephen Page and by Chad Ross. The irony is that Ross, by having that lap time, and he was the one that was up farther ahead than Stephen Page was. Unfortunately, though, that didn't quite bear with being a little too aggressive, maybe for his own good, finding himself trapped into the wall protection there on the back straightaway. Bringing out only our one caution so far today. Setting him to the back of the shadow realm into the outhouse, now having to go back to the White House. Number 10 of James Kaufman right now, currently holding Stephen Page back here as Page went into pit road a little while ago. Right, trying to clear the damage up on the number 1 machine, trying to hopefully get himself somewhat squared back up on the track here. Power assing them way through the corners and through the exits and the entries. It's really good to see how quick and how tight this track has become now to these drivers and what is kind of forcing their limits and forcing themselves up a bit. Brandon Bledsoe, the number 47 Good Rent Service Plus, trying to get up there to that 307 PGR. Nicholas Warner. And Warner again earlier on, he had a great little fight there with Dalton McKinney, only to then completely ruin it by whipping it down through turn number 4. And I don't think by any means it was a mistake by his end. I think it was just unfortunately overcompensation where it landed the truck into a very, very bad spot there. So right now, Ryan Jamel here kind of keeping his pace up. Jeff Radke kind of in that position too, just looking to take control. Don't mind the little noises there. That's just unfortunately our internet just letting us know about some things. And yes, we made sure before we came on the show, no, not knocking on wood, but we made sure that that was up and running and properly working this time. So, and speaking of probably working this time, looks like somebody wants to see if those side skirts and those door handles work properly. Dalton McKinney. Oh my, he threw that bad boy right into that 73 of Eric Parks. And the old short track Saturday night rubbing his racing, my friends, is coming back out alive. Parks looking to try to get back to that corner, McKinney. The question is, what will he do then? He's going to drive it in deep. Is he going to try to make it stick up there? No, he doesn't get it there, just not quite yet. Ross right behind. He's loving what he sees because he knows the more of these you keep going at it, the better opportunity he has to try to take them both down. Just a little bit of a bash, smash, and a little dash on between. But both guys seem to be okay. It's one thing I still love about, I'm honestly kind of catered more to respecting Richmond a lot more. It has become a more flagrant kind of track and a more stylized kind of race. I have a lot of respect for it and I have a lot of love for it. When you kind of race after so long and kind of get used to it, it really does kind of feel like a proper racing track, and it could be even a pretty good little race out surface here between these guys. Coming back down across around the front straightaway here. Every driver right now just trying to see where their power lies at and where their momentum is going to be coming from. So far though, it's been rather conservative. we're halfway done with this race, so I mean, at this point, really, we're just kind of letting these drivers just go at it here. Kind of weird to believe they're only already halfway done, and really, we've only seen some competitive maneuvers here through the first get-go. Some making some clean passes, some making some more, shall we say, rough passes. Well, it's definitely not like football and roughing the passer out there, so don't worry about that there, but that's a different story. Ryan Jamel, the number 6 Silverado, trying to keep Radke behind right now as we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. When we come back, we're going to see what goes down the rest of the field and see how these drivers fare and share this handling its position. It's a whole lot of racing as they try to get to the number 60, Deputy Merck. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this race has been brought to you in part by our good friends over at FEG-PC.com. Now, I've always mentioned before, they do have the best PCs for the right price, but also, if you guys are looking to kind of help support them as well as also support yourselves, I got a little invite for you. How about you join the Worldwide Esports Daytona 120? It is sponsored by FEGCustomPC.com with a $19 entry. It is the gold standard race with the truck series. It'll be $3,150 on the line in total. Here's how it works. Heats Friday and Saturday, April 21st, 22nd. That will be on your time zone there. Then the duel set the grid for April 22nd at Saturday night. Duel 1 at Saturday 9 Eastern, and then Duel 2 at Saturday 10 Eastern. And then on Sunday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern, the big one, $600 on the line. A cool $600. You get that top spot, then you have yourself some money in your pocket. Second, we got a cool $300. Third to 10, $200 for the troubles. And 10th through 20th, if you make the duels, you get $50 each. You don't want to miss it. First come, first serve. Discord link in the comments below. And welcome back to our normal regular schedule action here as we come from our commercial break here. Park still with the dealing for the damage a little bit on the front of that truck there. You can see just from that little side skirt there, just that light bit of damage. Taken just from a nice little smack there from Dalton McKinney. Parks obviously cannot be too happy of a camper, thinking he just got ran into a little bit. But that's what makes short track racing so much fun, is it literally puts the drivers more in a mental state, a mental frame of mind. To have to go out there and put head over toe, put the fight to them. You don't go looking to try to fight it out, you literally get put into the fight. Swinging them right back around the corners here, and you can see every driver right now in that top 5 duel here. Ross, Parks, and McKinney. Currently the ultimate battle for 4th, but you can just see no matter what, they're still trying to take each other to their limits, trying to fight everyone out. Swinging it right back around right now through lap traffic. David Barnes, 27. Up on the outside a little bit is Dalton McKinney and Eric Parks going to do a little bit of a duel yet again. so much ground and no give from these guys. It's amazing to me how well they've been able to temper themselves and keep themselves in check. I would have thought by now, honestly, some of these drivers have gotten a little bit too over their heads and probably over the moon and thought, well, let's just go for broke and see what happens at this point. But no, a lot of them, they're keeping it very clear here. The app's just continuing to fill up and to fill around. Jeff D. Merck here absolutely muscling this Coast Guard number 60 ahead of the whole field. And again, he's already got a win to his name here, but you just know, though, he wouldn't mind having another one to his record books. Also, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you guys a quick little heads up here from our end here, so maybe this will kind of pass along, but on Facebook and our Twitter and Instagram handles, we will be, with the race winner photos, posting a little shorter description than usual, starting on the next Sunday race here for Pedal Metal Racing League. So I just want to give you guys a little bit of an info on that here, so when you read over the description of the race, don't worry, it'll be a little more short and sweet. Nothing anybody did against us or anything like that. We just wanted to try something a little different, so we just want to let you guys know and get your thoughts on it too. So, kind of adjust and adapt to the times, they say. I guess you could say, well. And you can see the field just the way it spreads out too. Again, this is what long runs will do for you. Chad Ross in pit road already. Chad Rath, Jeff Radke. Kind of in the same situation. And pit road there for Dagan as well. So Merck and Jamel gonna stay out on the line. Gus Warner right now currently in lap traffic, holding Jamel up a little bit. Jamel firing back down, trying to get out of that way there and trying to stabilize the truck up a bit. Remember what they said, 50 laps left to go. That was their intention. Well, McKinney is not sticking to his strategy or his plan. He decided he's going to go a little bit later. Looks like he was either A, trying to play these drivers a little bit and see what he can get out of them, or B, he just wanted to see if he could toy with them a little bit. It's hard to really give you a good frame of reference or a frame of mind what the drivers think or what they want to do, because a lot of times usually they just want to hold all their secrets close to the heart, close to the chest, and that's honestly fair and fine. But I mean, the biggest thing is what you say, what you do. They guys, the drivers, still have a pretty good memory. I know I sure do anyway. So I'm just saying, you can play the game all you want, but eventually it is going to come back to haunt you. And Hagen trying to make it get a little bit crazy here and trying to make some runs on him. McKinney back down in the corner. Jeffy Merck finally into pit road. That will taste the drive down again. So the field currently in a very, very tough spot here. They're having to make very crucial decisions at very crucial points in this race. In many ways, I like it, but at the same time, it's a bit of a ringer here that forces these drivers to have to take control of themselves. Just under about 45 laps remaining here. Jamel, though, your race leader. Remember, this is the guy that last time felt he was owed one. And right now, it looks like he's owing himself a good little hard race here. Keep everybody behind him in control of his own destiny. I wouldn't be surprised the way things are going. Maybe this could play out exactly the way he needs it to, exactly the way he wants it to. James Goffman right now, currently also speaking a little bit more of a strategist in the number 10. Seems to have made a good little showcase here, but now he runs into lap traffic, and you know what that means. That's going to force drivers to have to come up to him. Radke going to take full control. He saw a beautiful opening there coming down to the corners, and now he's going to find a really good opening going through turn 2. The inside. Kaufman can't get it squared back up. Radke to the inside, and there's the pass. Radke has moved ahead of Kaufman. Great little sidestep there for the battle for fourth, but again, a very tough little deal there for Kaufman. Have to run into lap traffic and to have everything slowed down against him here. The 47 of Brian Bledsoe now into pit road, so that will set these drivers off a little bit more. There are no give-me's in this race. And I think, honestly, they're starting to become very aware and temperamental of it. McKinney blinks in first again. He leaves Bab and Jamel out on the track. Honestly, I do like how long and strong this is becoming for these drivers. It's forcing everybody's hand a little bit. It's forcing everyone to make crucial decisions. And obligatingly wise, trying to make sure they're making the right move at the right time. Jamel, though, currently having a lot of pressure thrown at him. Ross and Merck right now battling to get back ahead of him. At the same time, they're battling for a position here. This is the top 5 battle. Merck to the inside, looking for the run on Ross. Jamel trying to keep both drivers behind him, but he's not going to get much luck there. Merck now looking to corner off. My, good run there from all drivers here. And Jamel now facing lap traffic a little bit, trying to get around that 27 of David Barnes. Barnes ended up costing one driver a little bit of time there. Again, I don't think by any means was his fault. I think it was just one of those deals that you just got to be very, very aware and self-efficient on, and careful about who and where you jump into. Wybab trying to get a little speed back as Jamel continues to pace it. And I'm looking right now at this pit stop link there. I was about to say Jamel was only last in at pit road on lap 43. Here's the pit stop for the number 6. Now he finds himself in a very tall order. Wybab gonna stay on out. Man, what a complete 180 this race takes here. And so many things can go right, so many things can go wrong. You just never know what's going to happen. And that's exactly what I was talking about. There's the caution out. And this is not what any of those lap traffic drivers were wanting to see. Wybab is going to catch a huge break. So will Jeff Radke. And John Hagan, Jeff D. Merck, Chad Ross as well will get a little bit of a break. And Jamel catching a huge little chance there as he manages to at least stay on the lead lap. But unfortunately, the story is David Barnes getting that second caution to come out. Let's go to the Pizza Race TV Instant Replay and take a look at this one. What exactly happened here? Well, put simply, overdriving. Look at that. Came right off turn number 2. Rear end kicked out on the 27. And thankfully it wasn't in 3 and 4. Otherwise, probably we'd have some questions down there about something. One more look at it. We're going to take another close look here. Watch the inside of the car. You can see the steering was set there and he just kind of overdrove it off. It's very unusual for Barnes to make a mistake like that, but having made that mistake now, he's completely thrown everybody to the wire here a little bit. And look at this, Eric Parks, first one out of pit road. Oh, this could get interesting. Remember, he's dealing with that damage on that left side of that truck. And a lot of it was due, in fact, to the mess that he got thrown into just a bit ago. Now that kind of brings us to this next question, which is when and where is the right time to strike? When and where is going to be the opportunity for them to take control? Alright, well, I think we got a quick moment here. We're going to try to bring 1 or 2 more drivers into the call here. Gonna have a listen in there and see how Radke's feeling about this one. Maybe Jamel as well. Let's first hit up Radke. You now joins me here on the call, ladies and gentlemen. Radke, you got the copy down there, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Well, my friend, you were running a long run over that second spot here, but now gonna go head to head here with these guys to try to put up a good fight to the end. What's it gonna be like in these final restarts here?
Not sure. Gonna try and get out in front of these guys as quick as I can and maybe try to hold them off on the longer run. We got about, what, 23 to go. Yeah, I'll probably try to use up everything I got as quick as I can. Get to the front as fast as I can.
Can the right side, can the right front tire hold up with that kind of pressure and that kind of duration in your mind?
I think so. I've been running 33, 34 lap runs. Haven't dropped below 90%, so I feel like there's a lot more to go.
For sure there. Alright, well, Radke, thanks so much for your time down there. Radke, ladies and gentlemen, there on the line. Well, I think we're going to miss Jamel here. I was going to go ahead and bring him in, but it looks like we're going to miss him just barely here. So here we go. This is going to be a big one here, folks. The driver is now set and paced, ready to fight, ready to drive, and take this thing to the limit, take it to the wire. Where does the momentum lie, and where will these drivers hang toward to? We're about to find out. Green flag, back on out. Parks literally just leaving these guys behind. Hagan, big run on the inside. Or is it? There goes Hagan, the 60, spinning it right off of turn number 2. Oh my goodness. Jeff D. Merck, unfortunately, losing control there. Hagan, I mistranslated there. Merck was the one that lost it. Hagan hanged on. Merck, not so much. Oh my, I think that may have just been a little too aggressive. He knew he had a good run there coming off that corner. One more look at, we're taking another look at it here. Watch carefully, see the inside. Catches a little bit of that lip. And that rear end just kicking out right underneath them. Surprisingly, no contact made by all the other drivers. Good driving on them to control that truck, but unfortunately for Merck, maybe not so much. One more look at it. What a tough break there for that 60. I don't even think he can believe it. I think he's honestly kind of questioning just how the heck did he even let this happen? How did he even get to that point? And now, to be thrown to the wolves like that, boy, does that really leave a mark on him. We're now talking here with the number 6 here, V-Speed, number 6 of Ryan Jamel here. Ryan, it's been a bit of a crazy day for you, a bit hectic at times. You've hanged on to the lead, you've been up to the front, you've been pretty much keeping control, but now this is some green flag restarts here, my friend. I mean, what is it going to take now to try to hang on?
Oh, about as much luck as I can get. I think restart's probably going to be pretty wild here. Kicking myself for pitting a lap sooner than I was going to, because whenever I come out of the pits, a caution come out. So I had 5 laps of fuel left. If I would have just ran it out, I'd be in the lead right now. But it is what it is. It's hard to predict that stuff. So try and get what we can get here.
With you rubbing the tires up, trying to get them warmed up a bit, I mean, how well is it going to be able to take to get any kind of momentum to cut them off the corners and make a pass here, considering how difficult it is to pass at Richmond?
It's gonna be really tough. I think anything you're gonna get is gonna be probably from the outside here in the first maybe 2-3 laps, and then after that, it's gonna be really difficult to make a move. So tire saving's kind of out the window now, pretty late in the race. So you just gotta give it all you got and see what you can come up with.
For sure there. Ryan, thanks so much for your time, bud.
10-4.
Ryan Jamel, ladies and gentlemen, on the line there. We're going to listen in real quick here with another threat level Midnight Motorsports guy himself, the Babster, Wally Bab in the 99. Bab, right now, currently, you've got your hands cut out for you and your work all loaded up and fueled up for you. What were you thinking and what is going through your mind from that pit stop you just did a while back?
It worked out just the way I did not expect that to happen, but I'm going to take it. And I'm a little nervous right now because I've been running this whole race just kind of tire saving, and now I've got to push it, or I'm gonna get my doors blowed off.
Now, when you say you got to push it, is it really just the first set of laps, or is it the whole rest of the race in your mind?
I'm thinking, what are we down to, like 20 something laps, 15 laps? I don't know what to say, Chris. I'm completely nervous right now. I've managed to hold the points lead right now in this segment.
Well, if you want my advice, I mean, from a championship as well, I just say just go out there and race and see what happens. That's the best thing I can tell you.
That's the only thing I know to do. Thank you, Chris.
Good luck, Bab. Thank you for that time.
Thanks.
Yeah, for those at home that don't know, and I also missed it on the Wednesday night, on the Tuesday night edition. Yeah, I did take home my first iRacing championship, and again, thank you so much everyone for the support there. It means a lot as well to be able to finally get that one off my back. And Bab leading it out, I know exactly how he's feeling. It's the worst feeling in the world to have to go in and put this position out. Well, you're gonna have to get it dialed in now. Green flag's back up. 15 laps remain. Last remain. 14 drivers coming to the chase, coming to the fight, back into the doors, inside the corners. Parks trying to get the run on the outside, keep Hagen down below him. This is what hard racing is going to do for you right now. Hagen trying to force Parks up a little higher. You get him up just right, you can make that move, make that corner. Trying to corner it down, look for an opening, look for a chance. Hagen, there goes the Hagen. You want to get loose off turn 4. Got too aggressive there, and the big opening for the Babster to come into the fight. Come into the fray. Radke jumping it right up ahead as well. Big move coming through the corners. Oh, and Ryan Jamel, look at this. Aggressiveness for the 6. Almost 3 wide. It was 3 wide. And Bab gets clipped there by the 307 of Nicholas Horner. Look at the 307. Where did the PGR 307 come from? Almost like he got shot out of a cannon. He's not making friends. He's literally driving through this one. Chad Ross trying to fight him back out of there. He knows he's currently dealing with some pressure. Warner not holding off. He got trapped earlier on from the troublesome turn 4 slip up. as the field maneuvers their way down across the plains. Jeff Radke head-to-head with Eric Parks. It was originally Hagan. Now it's Radke. Parks looking to get win number 2 this season. Radke looking for win number 1. The defending Sunday night Pedal to the Metal Racing League champion trying to throw the fire into the flames. Looking to take him down. Trying to get another run there, coming through 1 and 2. No give, no go. 10 laps to go. Hagan watching on. He knows this really is his only chance. He needs Radke to keep fighting Parks so they don't get too far ahead of one another. Hagan lost a lot of ground and time from turn 4. Those rear ends have got to be burned up a little bit. Tires obviously not meant to be saved up at this point, but you still need some rubber to try to get through the corners and through the turns. Side by side drag racing. Down through 3 to 4. Advantage Parks, but Radke using the runoff, looking to make the corner. He's got him! But Parks, look at this, to the inside, the crossover. Look at it slide back down underneath him from the heavens above to the tops below. Look out, Hagan gets clipped off turn 2. Oh my goodness, what a battle and a fight there, and Hagan unfortunately finds himself reeling in the mix. What on earth just happened? We're going to the P10 Race TV Instant Replay, and I don't even think John Hagan can believe this. Look at this, beautiful crossover by Parks. Radke goes head to head with him, but look at Hagan. He gets a great runoff, but just barely catches Radke. Radke stays up on the top side, but both drivers just getting themselves marched in between, and each driver just finding themselves in a bad spot. Hagan must serve the EOL for getting the caution out, but here is another look at it. Yeah, I mean, right there, man, that to me is a fair call. Hagan drove it right up there and got right into Radke. Radke stayed into the wall, so that tells me he did not come down at all. Fair call on the race control to get that thrown on Hagan. I think that's fair play. He may disagree, but I mean, that's the part of the deal you have to understand in racing. Tarina Haynes says, go Jeremy in the call here. Tarina, thanks so much for tuning on board. Jeremy right now, the 41 right currently, just trying to somewhat stay alive, stay afloat. But nevertheless, his fan support definitely keeping him in his racing ways on the track today. Gotta love a guy that wants to still come out here and try to put on a fight, try to put on a show for the fans and everyone at home. Now, usually I bring a driver in to talk with them right now, but honestly, with how close this race has become, it's a little bit difficult right now to really choose and pick any drivers to really maintain any little talks with. Although I may bring in Stephen Page here. We'll see in just a second. He's going to take some tires here on his truck. No, actually, I think that's too late. Yeah, the producer's saying, no, we're not bringing any more in right now. It's too late in the race, so we're going to leave them be. That is what I'm being told, so we're going to respect the drivers and respect this. It's going to be a green-white checkered coming up. Man, and if you're Parks and Radke right now, what on earth's going through your mind? Both drivers side by side to the corner, side by side battling back and forth. Both drivers not giving an inch. Either one wants to give it all, but they just can't seem to escape each other. And then that little clip up there that both drivers suffered into the turn certainly does not help matters at all. As a matter of fact, if anything, it probably puts them in a very, very tough ordeal. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, one more time around here, and you know what's coming up. Green, white, checkered finish. 2 laps to go. Eric Parks, the number 73. Silverado going to go head to head with the number 8 of Jeff Radke. Ryan Jamel, the number 6, looking to say what he did earlier and catch a break. Well, he got lucky. Now it's time to prove it. But there lies a little wild card hanging in the background, camouflaged up. The 307 Nicholas Horner has got the guns locked and loaded. You could say he's cocked, locked, and ready to rock. But let's see what he's got in store for these drivers. Top 5 on your screen. This could get interesting in Richmond. They're 3 and 4. Fans on their feet. They're ready for this one. Who is it going to be? Line them down to the corner. Green flag high in the air. Parks immediately string-lined the bottom. Got a good run from the entry. Down to the exit. Jamel trying to build the speed up. Fratke right behind. Nowhere to go for either driver. We're coming to the white flag. This time on by. Or are we? No, we're not. Caution's out. Wally Babb is in the wall. Oh my goodness, race fans, the caution flies. We have now 10 green-white checker attempts to come, but here's what happened to the 99 of Babb, the points leader, suffering a fade. I think honestly that's worse than having to get wrecked out. He got clipped, tipped, and spun. The good news is the damage not too severe, although, wait a minute, look out, there is bad damage on that left front, never mind. That left front took a good hit there. That's a bad little knock there, unfortunately. Looked like maybe just a little bit overcompensation there between him and the number 10 of James Kaufman. One more look at see Kaufman just slightly slipped up. Takes a little hit for his troubles. And Babb going into pit road. I think he's going to look to take all 4 tires and maybe put pressure on the field. Jamel, though, now going to have to work on the outside line to try to get around to Eric Parks. That could really mess things up a little bit, and he knows it too. All I can say is, guys, I do not want to be in these drivers' shoes right now. And I've been in there before. I know what this feels like. This is honestly the worst feeling in the world, knowing it's just so close yet so far. Only to be hamstrung and then set a farce in a very deviant and tough way, in a manner that could only best really take these drivers to their limits. So what happens next? What happened next? Ah, I'm getting chills in the booth here, guys. Again, they got 10 green-white checkered restart attempts. Not a full-on, we race till we drop. It's literally they have only 10 attempts. The field now has got the picture. Off the distance through turn number 3 to turn number 4. This is where the intensity levels up to 900. It's time to go racing. Wait, I say it's 900. I meant it's over 9,000. This is where it's going to get interesting. Down the outside, Jamel immediately trying to get a run there. Drivers struggling a little bit to keep power up. Smoke's clearing on the backstretch. These drivers are running for their lives. Jeff D. Merck, little clip up there. Can they get it to the white flag? Oh, Dalton McCaddy got stretched out. They're going to the white flag. This is it. Last chance. One last opportunity. They're racing hard for it. Warner pushing around Merck. Parks, though, able to get a little bit of a run. Jamel needs one good lead into the turn. Trying to catch Parks. He's not going to get it done. Through turn 3 and 4. It's our Eric Parks to victory lane. Wowee. I will say right now, I think that restart, getting that shotgun off, really saved Parks from this one. Jamel yet again going to have to settle for another second place. The unofficial results on your screen, but I think this one will be officially set later. Hagen taken completely out of proportion. Again, late race shenanigans, part of the deal here. What a performance. What a race. Race fans, here's your race results presented in part by our friends at FEG-PC.com. And this one really all boiled down to one thing, was who could survive and who can get a little bit of a break. Parks kept a good drive and caught a few breaks. Jamel, he caught a great break getting up to second. Not so much for the lead. Radke settles it sideways here with the third place spot. Warner going fourth. Chad Ross 5th, 6th to Def G Merck, 7th to Stephen Page, McKinney going 8th, 9th to Wally Babb, 10th, James Kaufman rounds out your top 10 in this one. Alright, race fans, time to talk with your top 3 drivers. Start them up on the spot here. Third place finisher Jeff Radke taking home a nice third here. Radke, congratulations on that. I know you said you had to drive the wheels off on this thing, and you certainly did here a little bit at the very end.
Yeah, we gave her all she had. Those 2 cautions really hurt with the heat cycles. I thought on that last restart before the end of the last caution there, I might have had a chance to get around Parks, but yeah, just too many restarts, and I'll take third.
Take third indeed. Now, I know obviously a little bit disappointing to have to go for third, but I mean, at the same time, I mean, does this still kind of keep the momentum alive here as you're only just really starting really at the beginning of the season?
Absolutely. My main focus right now is the segment championship. I'm hoping that third place tonight will be enough to get me into the top 8, so I'll have a chance at Auto Club to compete for the grand prize there.
For sure there. Well, nevertheless, start today. Who do you want to thank here?
The guys down at TLM, it's nice having them in my ear every week. Like, a lot of help and input, get faster. My wife lets me do it every week. You guys for broadcasting, and Jeff for putting the league on.
Sure there, Jeff, man. Great to hear from you again. Congratulations.
Thanks. Have a good night.
You too. Jeff Radke, ladies and gentlemen. Your second place finisher coming out of the truck now as well, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan Jamel. A second place here today, sir. I know this was, you said you need a little luck. Well, you put a little bit of luck, but unfortunately it wasn't quite enough to get that spot there at the top spot. Parks really kind of dove in deep to block you there, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he did what he had to do. He played his cards right there at the end and ran 2 good laps. And I tried to be a little conservative into one on the last lap, thinking maybe he'd, overdrive it just a tick, and he didn't. He did everything right, and I just didn't have the run I needed out of 2 to get to his bumper in 3. So it is what it is. I'll take a second place after, running 5th all night. So it is what it is.
It is what it is, Dave. But still, I mean, Ryan, man, you still put up a heck of a performance, sir, and had to really whale this thing into the ground. I mean, for how tough and how difficult it's been, I mean, this certainly still has to be at least somewhat satisfying knowing you're in that hunt, you're still in that spot to take the top spot eventually.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting going into next week, seeing who takes home the championship.
For sure there. All right, well, Ryan, nevertheless, here as you look for that segment championship here, who do you want to thank for the second place today in Richmond?
Everybody at FEG for putting these events on, and yourself for doing a good job up in the booth, and everyone that came out to watch tonight.
For sure there, Ryan, man. We appreciate you having you on board. Congratulations yet again today.
Thank you.
Ryan Jamel, ladies and gentlemen, going to take it on home for a second place spot today. But the man that has the power, he is the man of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. Eric Parks gets 2 this season. Parks, my, sir. You got very good pit stop. You had a good runoff on the starts, and you hang on for this one.
How about that? I would have never expected it, to be honest with you. Richmond's not my best track.
Well, it may not be your best track, but my friend, you had a lot of stuff going on down there and a lot of heavy hitting, a lot of heavy racing to mix in with it. One thing I do got to ask you, though, sir, I mean, earlier on, it seemed like you were getting all the pressure and a few beat downs from these drivers, yet here you are taking control of everything and taking full control at the end of this race. I mean, would that really kind of satisfy or really help kind of distinguish all the issues you had earlier on?
Yeah, that last pit stop worked out well for me. I just took 2, so that helped me get a little jump out there and get that lead. That was the key play, I think. So that last caution had me a little nervous, though. I knew they were close, but I figured that chrome horn would come into play. But luckily, I was able to keep just enough distance. They had to fight behind me, so worked out pretty well.
Worked out pretty well, and yet again, my friend, you get a trip to victory lane. Who do you want to thank here?
That's awesome. Yep. Well, thank the good Lord above again, my family, and my mom and dad will say hi. They're watching, and just thank you all for what you do. Y'all do a great job. You do broadcasting, and Jeff putting these shows on. So thank y'all again. Hopefully we'll see you again next week.
We sure hope so too. Parks, man, congratulations taking it on home for second today.
Thank you. See you.
See you later indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Race winner, Richmond, Eric Parks. All right, race fans, that's going to do your coverage here for the day. Again, a big thank you to FEGCustomPC.com. Also, get yourself signed into this. The Discord link is down in the comment section below. We'll put it in the description as well soon. You've got to get signed up for this, guys. It's a no missing race. You've got to get signed up before it's too late. Get in before it is too late. Race fans, I'll see you guys next time here on the show. We will see you tomorrow night as we get you the GOAT Racing League Truck Series back on the track. Congratulations, Eric Parks. We'll see you guys next time on the show.